revered dignitaries on the dais, and respected representatives of world Hindu community, my humble pranam. I stand here first to invoke Sri Sant Gajanan Maharaj to shower his blessings on all of us and the entire humanity, and to express our sincere gratitude for the invitation to present in this first World Hindu Congress on role of temples in serving community on behalf of Sri Gajanan Maharaj Sansthan, Shegaon, Maharashtra, Bharat. Temples are the places of Shraddha, Bhakti and Seva, faith, devotion and service. The devotees come to temples with Shraddha and Bhakti and give donations out of the same. It is for the trustees of temples to render Seva using these donations. Selfless Seva to devotees reinforce their Shraddha and Bhakti, and Seva to community in needs gets translated into the blessings of the deity for the devotees, and in the process causes happiness and prosperity to entire humanity. Sri Gajanan Maharaj Sansthan, Shegaon, Maharashtra practices this universal truth of Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina under the instructions of Sri Maharaj, and is very humbly serving the society for more than a century now, as shall be obvious through this presentation. Sri Sant Gajanan Maharaj, an omnipotent holy saint, made his divine appearance on 23rd February 1878 at Shegaon and took Sanjeevan Samadhi on 8th September 1910 after his incarnated life and preaching of 32 years. The dictum of this Sansthan is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, let all be happy and prosperous. Keeping this dictum in mind, 9 rules of the trust were formulated with the blessings of Sri Maharaj. The 5 main and important rules of these are: do not accumulate money, do not touch money, do not allow pilgrims to stay for longer period, trustee must do selfless services, received amount should be properly utilized for the noble cause, etc. All the resolutions of the trust have been unanimously approved since its inception in compliance with the government rules and regulations and those of the Sansthan. The religious life runs on the internal faith, whereas routine life is based on assumptions. Indian religion and Indian economics believe in sacrifice, service, and duty at its root. These philosophical principles are applicable in the conduct of nation, institution, and family. One can constantly assimilate prosperity, sense of living together, and high values in one's life by following these philosophical elements. In the religious space, devotion, dedication, and service being emanating from the heart disapproves the wealth accumulation. Thus are rendered selfless services through heart and hands here. Intellect is required in routine transactions. This causes selfish and self-centered feelings. Intelligence leads to selfishness if there is no dharma in life. Sansthan assumes dedication, devotion, and service as its only wealth. The total annual income of Sansthan is around rupees 1.37 billion, $23 million, which is spent exclusively on service activities. There is no salary paid as staff in Sansthan. Honorarium and office expenses calculate to 13% of the total income. Even though the Sansthan is a religious organization, it spends only 6% on religious activities. It spends 10% on creation of facilities for devotees and those for the Sansthan. And the balance of 71% of its income is spent on medical, educational, social, and other philanthropic services. All services are rendered here selflessly and with utmost dedication, and therefore any return from such expenses is never thought of. Health services. The Sansthan carries out different health services for the community, as you can see on the slide shown here. There are run different dispensaries including allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurvedic, and the physically challenged in the mandir premises. The expert doctors are deputed, and according to their treatment, the poor patients are given medicines, injections, saline, etc. Thus, the Sansthan caters to the timely medical help to the needy patients. 45 expert doctors from cities come and voluntarily render services in these dispensaries, where on an average 1,200 patients are treated daily. Since there is no medical facility available in the rural areas of this region, the Sansthan runs 4 mobile dispensaries which treat 200 patients every day. The Sansthan has adopted 11 lakhs poor people in Buldana district, the district of Sansthan. Any patient can go through a surgical operation at any nearby hospital. For reimbursement of medical expenses, only 3 prescribed forms are required to be submitted to Sansthan. These are form for obtaining permission, form for the recommendation by the concerned doctor, and form for the recommendation by the doctor doing the surgical operation. Patients have to submit these duly filled forms along with expenditure statements to the Sansthan. Post-operation, patients have to physically present themselves in Sansthan for verification. 70 to 90% of the total expenditure is given to the patient immediately through draft as economic assistance depending on the amount of claims received and the fund available. 26,000 operations have been carried out so far. 1,000 MBBS doctors, 800 surgeons, and 2,300 radiologists and pathologists doctors are voluntarily offering services under this scheme. Educational services. Sansthan governs a residential school for mentally retarded children and Warkari Shikshan Sanstha, and runs under its supervision an engineering college, an English medium school, a research center, Sant Gajan Tool Room. These are counted amongst the top educational institutes in Maharashtra. There are several other educational activities carried out by the Sansthan, as you can see in this slide. Social services. A number of social services are rendered by the Sansthan for the community, as you can see here. There are 3,000 honorary workers and 11,000 voluntary workers, Sevadharis, who are serving the Sansthan. There is another list of 3,000 persons waiting for a call of service to Sansthan. It is their sincere and wholehearted service attitude because of which the Sansthan renders services, and they alone are the founding stone of all service activities of the Sansthan. These Sevadharis are less educated and are often sons of farmers from the rural areas. They are found with eternal property of faith, devotion, and service. They are all dedicated in the service of Sansthan, and hence Sansthan also extends assistance during their days of hardships and needs. Time to time, Sansthan has been organizing various camps for eye surgery, physically disabled, and for the relief of people after natural calamities like earthquake, fire, flood, and extends service and assistance within its limit. Sansthan distributes clothes and necessary materials for sustenance of the poor people in huge quantity. The distribution of food has been given importance since the days of Sri Maharaj himself. The prasad along with sweets is distributed amongst average 75,000 devotees daily. This figure touches 3 lakhs devotees per day during the festivities. All these devotees are fed prasad while being seated. Sansthan is to commence a scheme for cooking and distributing food for 3 lakhs of people within 6 to 8 hours' time. Employment opportunities. All works of Sansthan are accomplished through departmental workers and or labor contractors. 8 to 9,000 persons are incessantly working for construction, workshops, and other labor-intensive works. Yet, construction works cost here 40% less than the scheduled rate without compromising with the construction quality. Sansthan accepts minimum donations from devotees, which is 60% less than the local market rate, against amenities like Bhaktanivas, meals, breakfast, and others offered in the service of devotees. This causes residual income in the pockets of devotees, which they spend at different business counters in the local village. Thus, the local villagers get a business worth rupees 4 to 500 crores per annum, providing employment to 10 to 12,000 hands and sustaining the livelihood of their dependent family members. Spiritual and religious services. Sansthan carries out several spiritual activities, one of which is distribution of devotional materials and instruments. This trust abides by the religion as followed by Warkari community in Maharashtra. Devotion is central to this religion. This community is mostly found in rural areas of Maharashtra. The distinctive characteristics of this community is that they have been living de-addicted life for generations and follow human approach beyond caste and creed. Though poverty-ridden, they live their life with happiness and satisfaction. The Sansthan observed that these people are filled with devotions but are devoid of instruments and materials to express it. Sansthan has therefore formulated rules to eliminate this deficiency and has accordingly distributed devotional materials and instruments and related materials to people of this community belonging to 14,000 villages from 63 districts of 5 states by now. By doing so, there is found substantial rise in the devotional spirit of the people who from villages after villages have become de-addicted as well. Anand Sagar Spiritual Center and Amusement Park. This is a wonderful symbiosis of science and religion which is erected in 300 acres of land based on the philosophies of prominent saints from 18 states of our nation. Saints have lived for the cause of humanity alone. More than 25 lakhs visitors and tourists come to Anand Sagar every year, and they have experienced peace, tranquility, and satisfaction by visiting the project and have returned back with the rich cultural sense. 4,500 accommodations with all amenities have been erected and are available in the service of the visiting devotees for their comfortable stay. Thus, 42 different philanthropic activities, including as small as a shoe stand to commuting devotees to bus stand, railway station, etc. places, and related services as per need are carried out by the Sansthan. Towards the end, we feel extremely happy to extend our humble and cordial invitation to you all to visit our Sansthan and give us an opportunity to render our services. Jai Gajanan. Thank you very much.